Go and open the cupboard under your kitchen sink and count what is in there. The bathroom mold spray, $6. The whitening laundry booster, $8. The disinfectant spray for the counters, $5. The grout foam, $7. The stain stick, $4. The toilet gel, $5. 6 bottles, $35, and every one of them runs out, and every one of them goes back on the list, and you buy them all again in a few months without thinking about it. Now go and look in your medicine cabinet. There is a brown bottle in there. It cost about $1. It has been sitting untouched since somebody in the house had a scraped knee, and it does the work of every single one of those 6 bottles better and leaves nothing behind. My name is Shufen. I am going to give you 15 things to do with that dollar bottle, but I want to be plain with you about one of them before we start, because there is a great deal of dangerous nonsense said about this bottle on the internet, and I will not be part of it. There is one thing you must never do with it, and one combination you must never make, and I will tell you both clearly before the end. Number 7 is the one that saves white shirts everybody else throws away. Number 11 is the reason your kitchen sponge smells the way it does. And number 15 is the one nobody thinks of, in the one room of your house you clean most and disinfect least. But first, what is actually in that bottle? Because once you understand it, you will know why it works on such wildly different things, and you will also understand the mistake that has been making it useless for you. Water is 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. Hydrogen peroxide is the same thing with 1 extra oxygen atom stuck on, and that extra atom is held on badly. It wants to leave, so the whole liquid is quietly falling apart all the time, and when it touches something, that loose oxygen atom breaks off and grabs at whatever is nearby. That is the whole thing. It is an oxygen atom looking for something to attack. When it meets a bacterium or a mold spore, it tears into the cell wall and the cell dies. When it meets a stain, it attacks the part of the molecule that carries the color and breaks it, so the color stops being color. And when it is done, what is left behind is water and a little oxygen gas. That is the fizzing you see. That is why an open bottle goes flat and useless over months. And that is the feature that matters most, and the reason a Chinese kitchen would take it over anything else under your sink. It leaves nothing behind. No film, no perfume, no residue. Which means you can use it on the inside of a refrigerator, on a cutting board, on a rice bowl, on a child's lunchbox, on the things food touches, and you are not putting a chemical near your family's mouth. You are putting water there. Now the mistake, and this is the one that should genuinely bother you because it is why you have probably already tried this and decided it did not work. You spray it and you wipe it off. Straight away the way you do with every other cleaner in your house, because that is what a cleaner is for, and you have just thrown it away. Hydrogen peroxide is not fast. It needs to sit on the surface and stay wet and keep attacking, and that takes 5 minutes at the very least, and 10 is better. Spray and wipe in 10 seconds, and you have wiped away a chemical that had not started yet. Contact time is the whole thing. Say it twice, spray it, and walk away. And the second mistake, which quietly kills half the bottles in this country. You buy it, you pour it into a nice clear spray bottle, and you put it on the windowsill or on the open shelf where it looks tidy, and it is dead within weeks. Light destroys hydrogen peroxide. That is exactly why it comes in a brown bottle and not a clear one, and nobody ever tells you that. So people pour it out of the one thing protecting it. If you want a spray, buy a $1 spray head that screws straight onto the original brown bottle, or use an opaque bottle and keep it in a dark cupboard. Keep it in the light and you own a bottle of water. So, 15. And every one of these is with the ordinary 3%, the standard brown bottle from any drugstore, about $1. Number 1. Countertops and cutting boards. Spray the surface until it is properly wet. Leave it 10 minutes. Wipe with a clean cloth. This is where it beats everything else, because after chicken or raw meat, you want the surface actually disinfected, but you do not want to eat what you disinfected it with. 10 minutes, and it is water again. Number 2. Wooden cutting boards, which take more care because wood holds things in the grain. Wet the whole board, let it stand 15 minutes, rinse, and stand it up on its edge to dry. Never lay a wet wooden board flat, and never leave it in the sink, because the damp is what warps and splits it. Number 3. the refrigerator. This is my favorite one. Spray the walls, the shelves, the drawers, and above all the rubber door seal where the folds hold moisture and old food and are the real reason a fridge smells. Leave it 10 minutes and wipe. No perfume, no residue, nothing left near your food. Number 4. Mold and mildew in the bathroom. The black spotting in the shower corners and along the caulk. Soak it, and this time leave it a full 20 minutes, then scrub with an old toothbrush. It kills the mold rather than merely wiping the color off, which is what most sprays do. And you can do this in a small bathroom without opening a window and without your eyes stinging, which you cannot say for bleach. Number 5. Grout. Make a thick paste with baking soda, spread it along the grout lines with your finger or a brush, leave it 30 minutes, then scrub and rinse. This is the single job that most convinces people because grout is the thing everybody has given up on. Number 6. The toilet. Half a cup into the bowl, leave it 20 minutes, brush, flush. Under the rim as well, where the water comes in and where nothing ever reaches. Number 7. Yellowed white shirts and the collar and underarm marks that ruin them. That yellowing is not dirt. It is old body oil that has oxidized in the fabric, and washing does nothing to it, which is why the shirt looks worse every year. Mix 1 part dish soap to 2 parts hydrogen peroxide, spoon it onto the mark, work it in gently, leave it 30 minutes to an hour, then wash as normal. Shirts people have already given up on come back. Test a hidden corner first always, because this will lighten color, and on whites that is exactly what you want, and on your good blue shirt it is not. Number 8. Whites in the laundry generally. Half a cup straight into the drum with the wash on whites only. It is what most of those expensive oxygen boosters are built around, and it costs a fraction as much. Number 9. Blood on fabric, and this is the one where nothing else comes close. Rinse the fabric in cold water first, never warm, because warm sets it permanently. Then pour hydrogen peroxide straight onto the stain. It will foam up hard because blood contains an enzyme that tears the peroxide apart on contact, and that foam is the stain lifting. Blot, repeat if you need to, then wash cold. Every mother of small children should know this one. Number 10. Sneakers and white trainers. Make a paste with baking soda, scrub it into the fabric and the rubber toe, leave it in a shaded spot for an hour, then brush off and rinse. Shaded, not full sun, because sun plus peroxide can turn the sole yellow. Number 11. The kitchen sponge, and I promised you this one. Your sponge is the dirtiest object in your entire house by a wide margin, dirtier than the toilet, because it is permanently wet and permanently warm and full of food. Fill a cup with half water and half hydrogen peroxide. Drop the sponge in, leave it 10 minutes, squeeze it out. Do it once a week and that smell simply stops happening. The same cup does your dishcloths. Number 12. Toothbrushes, stand them bristle down in a small glass of it for 10 minutes. Then rinse well under the tap. Do this after anybody in the house has been ill, and once a month otherwise. Number 13. Water bottles, vacuum flasks, vases, anything with a narrow neck and a wide bottom that your hand cannot get into. Pour some in with a spoonful of baking soda. Let it foam and stand for 15 minutes. Shake, rinse. This gets to the shoulder of the bottle where the film builds up and where a brush never reaches. Number 14. Humidifier tanks and the trays and reservoirs on anything that holds standing water. Anything that holds water grows a slick film, and a humidifier then blows that film into the air of the room you sleep in. Half a cup, swirl, 10 minutes, rinse thoroughly. Do it every couple of weeks in the season you use it. And number 15, the kitchen sink itself. Think about what happens at that sink. Raw meat is rinsed in it. Chicken packaging goes into it. The dirty sponge lives beside it. Vegetables that will not be cooked are washed in it. And most people run water in it and consider it clean because it is where washing happens, so how could it be dirty? Spray the whole basin, the sides, the tap, the handles, and especially the rim of the drain and the flange around it, which is the part nobody ever touches and where a black film sits right now. 10 minutes, then scrub the drain with an old toothbrush and rinse. Do this once a week. It is the surface your food touches most and the surface you disinfect least. And once you have seen what comes off that drain rim, you will never skip it again. Now, the safety. Plainly, the way I would say it to my own family. 2 rules, and I need you to hold on to both. The first, never mix hydrogen peroxide and vinegar together. Not in a bottle, not in a bowl, not one on top of the other on a wet surface. Together, they make peracetic acid, which is genuinely corrosive, harsh on your lungs and your eyes and your skin, and in a closed sprayer, it builds pressure. People do this because 2 cleaners must be better than 1, and it is one of the few things in a household cupboard that is truly not safe to improvise with. If you want to use both, use one, rinse the surface with water, dry it, and then use the other, never together. And the same goes for bleach and for ammonia, with anything at all. The second, this bottle is for surfaces, not for people. Do not drink it. Do not gargle it neat. Do not put it in your ears, and pay no attention whatsoever to anybody selling you a stronger concentration for anything to do with the body. There is a 35% version sold online with the words food grade on the label, and those words have fooled people badly. It is an industrial strength chemical, it burns skin on contact, and swallowing it has hospitalized and killed people. The $1 brown bottle at 3%, used on tile and cotton and countertops, is the only one you want. And one more thing worth knowing, because the old advice was different. We used to pour this on cuts and watch it foam and think that was it working. It is now understood that it damages the healthy tissue trying to heal alongside the germs and slows the healing down. Clean water and mild soap for a cut, peroxide for your grout. The mistakes that ruin all of this are few and everyone is avoidable, wiping it off before it has had 5 minutes, keeping it in a clear bottle or on a sunny shelf, using a bottle that has been open for 2 years, which is flat and does nothing, using it on colored fabric without testing a hidden corner first, mixing it with vinegar, leaving sneakers out in direct sun with it. That is the whole list, and here is how you tell whether the bottle in your cupboard is still alive in 3 seconds and for free. Pour a little into the sink drain. If it fizzes and foams hard, it is good. If it just sits there like water, it is water, and it has been water for a long time, and that is very probably why this did not work for you the last time you tried. Buy a fresh one. They are $1, and write the month on it with a marker the day you open it. Now let me say the plain thing about the cupboard under your sink. Look at what is in those 6 bottles. The mold spray is a disinfectant and a fragrance and a thickener to make it cling. The whitening booster is an oxygen releaser and a filler and a scent. The disinfectant spray is an antibacterial and a surfactant and a perfume so the room smells like something. Strip the fragrance and the coloring and the thickener out of all of them, and what you have left, again and again, is a cheap chemical doing one simple job. I do not think there is a wicked man in a back room. It is duller and sadder than that. There is money in 6 bottles that run out. There is money in a different bottle for every room so that you buy 6 instead of 1. There is no money at all in a $1 bottle from the pharmacy shelf that already sits in your bathroom cabinet and does all 6 jobs. Nobody films a commercial for a brown bottle with a plain label. No salesman knocks on your door to tell you that the cheapest thing in the store outperforms the most expensive thing in his van. So here is what I would have you do this week. Buy 2 brown bottles at the drugstore. $2. Buy a $1 spray head that screws onto the top of one of them and keep them both in a dark cupboard, not on the windowsill. Then pick 3. The fridge, including the door seal, the sink and the drain rim, and the shirt in your closet with the yellow collar that you have been meaning to throw away. Spray. Walk away for 10 minutes. Come back and wipe. That waiting is the entire method, and it is the part everybody gets wrong. And test the old bottle you already have down the drain first, because I would like you to see for yourself whether you have been cleaning with water this whole time. Tell me in the comments which of the 15 you did not know about, because everybody has a different one, and tell me how old the bottle in your cabinet turned out to be, and whether it still fizzed. And if there is a stain in your house that has beaten everything you have thrown at it, tell me what it is and what it is on, because between all of us in the comments, somebody has always solved it. The stories you leave will teach the next person far more than I ever could. And I read every single one. Next time, since we are on the cheap things that beat the expensive ones, I am going to show you what a Chinese kitchen does with the water you pour down the drain every single time you cook rice. Not for the plants, for the greasiest pans in the house, for the wooden boards, and for your hands. And it is the reason my grandmother's hands were not ruined by 60 years of washing up. That one is next.